licking. Don't lick. Licky little bitch. God, do you work at being annoying, or does it just come naturally to you? When you're sitting there sleeping in that bed, are you like, how can I be annoying? Hey, gamer girl. Hey, Bao. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Chibi. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Anunnaki. Hey, Granny. HD. Backrooms. Gads. Hey, Nicole. Cracula. Just Deb. Sarah. Karen Green. Corella. That's what I. Same as most days. Aaron. Hey, Anna Tizzy. Hey, Ariel. Lisa P. Marion. Final viewing. Killface. Hey, Zara. How am I feeling today? Same as usual. Hey, NASA Jen. Hey, Zombie. Hey, Celtic. Hey, Strawberry Infant. Hey, Janet. Hey, Ghoul. Hey, hey, Color Purple. Hey, 9-foot Ninja Cat. Can I get 9 feet ninjas or cats in the chat for 9-foot Ninja Cat? What are we looking for? I had my leftover. Well, where were they? Pork chops. I had my leftover pork chops for supper. I suppose under the circumstances, cats in the chat. Drop cats in the chat for Ninja Cat. Illura. So Casey was what Chantel first called. So her original name, when Chantel picked her up, the shelter had called her Jewel. Chantel obviously wasn't going to go with Jewel for a cat name, so she called her Casey. That didn't stay for very long. She's gone through a series of nicknames. Hey, Gail. As far as I know, the rent's been paid. Rent is paid? As far as I know. As far as I'm aware. Jenna said it wasn't. How would she know? No, Gads, that is actually not where it came from. Hey, Charles. Soon let you know if not true. Hi, Nay. Getting my own place? I mean, still no plans at this time. She does, but I mean, she also, hey, Anonymous, she also just, all right, bye. Bye, ugly. Let's see how long it takes for her to walk back over and demand to get back up in my lap. Had my pork chops or not? They were okay. Yeah, there you go. Go to bed. Go to bed. What I have for supper? Leftover pork chops, anonymous. I just reheated my pork chops. You just jumped down. Can eat pork chops daily. Pork chops are good. She's at my side again. Hey, Rara. A little bit ago, a couple hours ago, or an hour and a half ago. Anyway, earlier today, I poured out some treats for Casey just here in my room. Went down the hall to pour out some treats for Sam. Casey came over to eat Sam's treats. Dream job would be working in the library. She is such a goddamn pig. She's a bitch. Like, what a bitch thing to do. Cat cafe? I don't know that I'd be good at working at a cafe. We were at Costco and spent $540, $2. Cart was overloaded. Canned tuna? Not sure if she likes tuna. We always get chicken stew. 16-year-old cat. She's getting so thin. That's not a bad elderly cat. I mean, it varies from one cat to another, Mimi. Hey, Shiara. Hey, Coffee. She's kind of restless right now. Give her more treats. Not right now. She'll get more treats in a bit. Come fondue. Earned the right to be a raging bitch. To switch your food to only wet food now. Eh. Hey, Barbara. She's in her house. You stay in your house, Casey. You go to sleep. You like the name Simba for a cat? Hey, Killer Queen. Nothing much going on. Next cooking plan. Yeah, I wanted to do I wanted to do something with chicken tomorrow. I picked up a couple chicken breasts, so thinking tomorrow I'll have chicken. I haven't decided what to do with it though. First cat Missy loved canned tuna and soft food. Chicken breasts are a classic. Chicken with risotto. Thighs are better. Maybe my plan had been to make chicken au gratin, but I totally forgot to pick up bacon. Notice I removed comments. I'm so weird about privacy. Remove every comment eventually. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Zach. I don't know if fondue. Do have some Uncle Ben's rice, so I can use the other pack of Uncle Ben's rice that I got like at the start of the month. Twin boys turn 5 tomorrow. Happy birthday to them. Chicken parm kind of guy. Bone in chicken breasts. I think they were deboned. what Yi said about yeah, yeah, I heard about that Yi interview on Alex Jones. Yeah, that was fucked up. Like, just, hey, yes, Diane. Hey, Jody. Like, holy shit. Pesto? No, I hate pesto. Hey, VAC. Hey, Emeralds, guys. Awesome. Yeah. Like, when you start praising Hitler, you got a little bit too far there. Hey, Masonar. Though, having said that, I will note, who was that Black American uh, runner? One of the 1936 Olympics got a handshake from Hitler, and then went back and got hated by the U.S. Oh, bye, Killface. Who was praising Jesse Owens? Yeah, Jesse Owens. Killer Queen. It was Kanye West. Kanye West was praising Hitler. Yeah, Jesse Owens. I remember Jesse Owens, or reading about Jesse Owens, um, talking about, like, basically Hitler treated him better than his own countrymen. Did I come here? No, I just pulled my hair behind my head, behind my neck, with his head covered in a mask. Yeah, it seems to have been a weird ass interview. Am I enjoying my independence? Nah, not really. Hey, Frida Stoner. Tinder hookup. Yeah, Kanye. Yeah, when you start praising Kanye, or when you start praising Hitler, you are officially awful. You're officially an awful person. Even Alex Jones, and they're like trying to like that was a softball interview. Like, Alex Jones had him on there to like help him, and even Alex Jones like, dude. When Alex fucking Jones is the voice of reason in a room, when Alex fucking Jones is the most reasonable guy in the room, something has gotten fucked up. There's nothing good about Adolf. Yeah, he was even a pretty mediocre painter, wasn't he? Like, he hated smoking. That's like the most positive thing about him. Went to high school with a kid named Adolf, and it was pitiful. Ah, yeah, that'd be so rough. He was actually a good artist. I thought he was only like so-so. I thought he was only a so-so artist, wasn't he? What do you think about people doing a hail salute? They're assholes. They're Nazis. And like the people who are like doing that salute and saying that they're doing it ironically, they're Nazis. Hey, Rara. Hey, LGM. If you're a Nazi ironically, then you're just actually a Nazi. I had chicken pox. I had chicken pox as a kid. I don't know if I had it on my taint. Am I cooking tonight? No, I just had leftover pork chops. Hey, Loretta. Yes, I already ate. Hey, Margo. May as well also mention while we're at it. Hey, Northern Lights. Fuck the U.S. Senate. Like, fuck the U.S. government for just selling out rail workers or the kiddies. They're fine. Drag Race? Nah, I never watched Drag Race. Yeah. US completely sold out. Hey, Glittering Beans completely sold out rail workers in the worst fucking way. And what's stupid is like the Senate voted 52 to 43 to give rail workers 7 paid sick days a year. Hey, Jackie. So yeah, the Senate voted 52 to 43 to give rail workers 7 paid sick days a year. Hey, Cat Chloe. Hey, Satya. But because of the way the Senate works, 52 to 43 is a loss, is a failure. I don't know how the fuck that works. The Senate just hates math, I guess. The Senate just doesn't understand math, doesn't know numbers, doesn't get what numbers mean. So, yeah, apparently like 43 beats 52 some fucking how. And then voted 80 to 15. It was, I think it was 80 to 15 to force rail workers back to work with no paid sick days, 0 paid sick days. They're clearly like, rail workers. Hey, Chrysla, pretty important job, right? Obviously, crucial workers. But no, it is a big deal, Katie Rose. They're not paid as much as they should be. And they deserve paid sick days. They deserve paid sick days. They absolutely do. And it is utterly bullshit that they are being forced to work with 0 paid sick days. Fuck the rail company. Fuck the Senate. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck everybody who sold them out. What's going on in Canada? Canada has food stamps. Canada does have food stamps. Working at Walmart, I used to every once in a while someone come through with what were they called? Hey, Shirley Best. Someone would come through with like they're basically checks that were spent that could be spent on food. So yeah, Canada has those. Hey, hijab. Talk about Canada. All right. Doug Ford just got slapped down by the Ontario courts because a bill he had pushed through that fucked over medical workers was just ruled unconstitutional. So that's good news. Because fuck Doug Ford. Fuck that douchebag. Hey, Bally Chicken. There you go, Zach. COVID's still a big thing in Canada? Yeah, we still got COVID in Canada. As big in Canada as it is in the US, I think. Bill C11. Um, I remember trying to read up on C11 and I didn't quite get it. what I'll say is I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that it's necessarily a good bill. I don't think it's as bad as the Conservatives made it out to be. And like, I keep getting ads on YouTube because I am Canadian. I keep getting ads on YouTube about opposing Bill C-11 and talking about like, keep your YouTube feed yours. And it's like, doesn't Bill C-11 just mean that a certain amount of recommendations have to be Canadian? Hey, Kelly Chapman. Yeah, like if I'm... Yes, women have taints backrooms. If I'm not mistaken, a key aspect of Bill C-11 is that it is going to require that for people living in Canada, YouTube will need to change its algorithm a little bit so that they get a certain amount of like a certain percentage of the recommended content is Canadian content, as I recall, right? Good luck with that, House of Hannibal. Like, I'm not sure if there's other stuff that I'm missing about it, but that was sort of the... That stimulus check, off and on. What if they don't want to watch Canadian content? Then, I mean, they don't have to watch the recommendations. It's recommended, like it's recommended videos. It's not something that you have to watch. Like I said, I don't really see the point of it. I don't really see the value in the bill. It doesn't seem to me as something that's necessary. So a clip of me on Twitter talking about going down on a girl and I'm traumatized. Sorry, hot wasabi. You know, I've messed up my algorithm. Honestly, I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, that kind of thinks that, you know, fuck up the algorithm anyway. You know, like work at like that people should work at fucking up the algorithm. Most Canadian sorry I've ever heard. Yeah, like I don't support Bill C-11. It strikes me as kind of stupid, but I also don't see it as particularly, you know, I don't see it as being particularly bad. Am I hungry? Nah, I just ate. City News will have a referendum with Los Olaflam. My thoughts on one night stands? Not something I generally go for, but no. People want to do it, more power to them. Post membership link. All right. I can post my membership link again, I guess. How many members am I at? Is 342. Yeah, I have not. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Oh, Sam. Sammy boy. Oh, big boy Sammy boy. Big boy Sam. Oh, good Sammy boy. We got a nice Sam. We got a big Sammy boy. Porch Drifter, welcome. Oh, he is such a handsome man. Ooh, look at that handsome man. Oh, little over the shoulder action there. Sam walking a kitty leash? Probably not. We've never even tried to give. We've never even tried to give him like a collar or anything like that. How's Casey? Uh, she's a whiny bitch. She's fine. Casey's doing okay. And then I ate before I came live. IC142, welcome. She's just old. She is old and also ugly. Hey, Barbara. Sammy boy. I like Sam. Sam's a good boy. Sam is such a good boy. Yeah, I said welcome to Porch Drifter. 10-year-old charged as an adult? Fuck, that's shitty, Brooklyn. Hair product recommendations. I use the Head & Shoulders 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. How am I feeling these days? Yeah, same as usual. But yeah, charging a 10-year-old as an adult? Nah, fuck that. That's garbage. Nah, I'm not putting a wig on right now. Wigs are uncomfortable. Can't say I'm shocked, yeah. Charge the adult parents. Well, no, you don't charge the parent. I mean, generally, you don't charge the parents either. I mean, it's just men always used to 2-in-1. Hey, Angela. Started reading some pages about me. Bally, I already ate. Transformer trailer? No. Shot and killed his mother. Okay, so hard to charge her instead of the kid. But yeah, even so, it's. But the 10-year-old that shot his mom in the head and went on to order a VR headset off Amazon. Hey, Yasmin. It's a hell of a thing. Piss and vinegar because those are two very different situations. Am I going to watch Cocaine Bear? No. But I did see somebody note that because it's Universal, Cocaine Bear technically is would be one of the Universal monsters. Wednesday? I don't know. I'm undecided on whether I'll end up watching Wednesday or not. But yeah, Cocaine Bear is one of the technically falls under the classification of one of the of being a universal monster. So I saw him coming up with ideas for like Bride of Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear meets Abbott and Costello. Watched Wednesday. I liked it. Wednesday was so good. Would like Cocaine Bear to cross over with X-Men. Do I still write? No, I haven't written in years. New Casey Anthony doc? No. Which one was Casey Anthony? I forget who Casey Anthony is. Girl lived in Orlando. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. Killed her daughter. Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember the case well enough. So it's Casey Anthony my type? Well, it does seem like she's not interested in having a kid. Do I like true crime? True crime? Nah. No, I don't pay attention. I don't do any like I don't have any interest in true crime shit. Not funny. I mean, probably not. It's been long enough. The hell? All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that was a bad joke. History murder documentaries. I don't know. I was just am I interested in friendly dates? I don't know. I guess. Think she's innocent. Think that her dad did kill her. Who do I think killed the 4 students in Idaho? I've paid no attention to that whole thing. So yeah, it's Sophie here. I don't think he's here yet. The roommates on the first floor. The pro-lifers justify washing their hands. They're killing germs. Worst joke ever? No, not the worst ever. Bad, but no, there have been worse jokes. Sure thing, Fluffy. Hey, plain cheeseburger. No. Peanut butter and jelly joke was the worst joke. Nope, not even close. I don't think I ever took any of her photos. I don't think I ever took any of the photos for her OnlyFans. Certainly none of the certainly no nude photos, but I don't think I took any of them. Even with her like in lingerie or anything like that. Hey, Lizzie. They'll talk to you. Yeah, most days anyway. Would I ever release a Christmas song? Hell no. Fuck Christmas. I could not care less about Christmas. Be a great photographer. Remember something like that? You'd be surprised, Keefster. You'd be surprised at how little I remember. I'm kind of a dumbass. Looked at the husband? Of course not. Why do kids make me nervous? They just do. Would I ever shave my head for charity? Probably not. Does anyone accidentally win poo-poo on my sword? No. I don't even know how that would happen. Fair enough, Dove Kitty. That's on Kanye West. He's always been an asshole. Now he's proven that he's a horrifically anti-Semitic asshole. that he's a white supremacist asshole. Like he's a black man who's thrown in with white supremacy. Is what's happened. Kanye West is a black man who is thrown all in on with white supremacy because he has convinced himself that the leopards will never eat his face. Dismissed the lies because of bedtime routine. Yeah, sorry, Jacqueline. Arrogant douchebag. Yeah, he always has been he's always been an arrogant douchebag. Thoughts on period sex? What did Kanye do? He praised Hitler. Yeah, you can, Fluffy. You actually can. You can be black and a white supremacist. It's actually like it's yeah, you can, Fluffy. Just ask black people. Most black people are aware of other black people who throw in with white supremacists. Hey, Kira. There's different reasons they do it. Sometimes a lot of times it's just like Candace Owens. A lot of times what it happens is essentially they want to be one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones. So I'll be accepted. Uncle Ruckus on Boondocks. And I mean, again, like there are multiple, like, and he's right. Nah. Blair White is trans people, yep. Or Buck Angel, same thing. Buck Angel as well. Trans man, but he's still transphobic. There are gay people who engage in, who promote. There are gay people who promote homophobia. There are women who promote misogyny, who throw in with misogyny. Because what it always comes down to is they think that they are exempt. So, like, Kanye West is throwing in with white supremacists because he thinks that he is exempt from that. Hey, Pep's mom. Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, he thinks that by throwing in with them, he's exempt from their hatred. It's the joke about I never thought the leopards would eat my face, says woman who voted for leopards eating faces party. And that is absolutely what it comes down to. It's people who think that the leopards will never eat their face. MMIW. Oh, the violence against violence violence against indigenous women. Yeah, it's definitely a serious problem up here. Really big problem in Canada. Violence against indigenous women. He used to hate women as a woman, as internalized misogyny. Yep. Yeah, I mean it's the whole like, I'm not like those women. Would I ever leave Canada? Like permanently? I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't really want to live in another country. But yeah, I mean it's I'm not like those women. I'm one of the good women. I'm a cool woman. I'm one of the guys. Yeah. Test for diabetes? No, never been tested for diabetes. Do I think the produce in Canada is fresh? Um, Depends on the produce, depends on the time of year, depends on where you live. Is Wilford Brimley still alive? I'm not sure. Would I marry a woman to help them get citizenship into Canada? I don't know. Do I like wintertime? Meh. Hey, Lexi. So cold. What is the temperature like today? -1 today. It's just below freezing today. Oh, hey, Casey. Sorry, Casey. The snow today? I don't think we got snow today where I am. Don't see any snow. Don't see any new snow. Hey, sausage mama. Fluffy. No, I will very much not claim I'm diabetic because I can if I'm if I get diabetes, then I need to try to make changes um to my diet. I don't want to make changes to my diet. So even if I start getting symptoms of diabetes, I will probably just sort of like, no, I'm fine. Don't know if I have diabetes. I mean, I've seen no indication. Like, there's no, like, I don't see any reason to be concerned about diabetes at this point. Till my foot falls off. Just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. What are the symptoms? I have no idea. I've never looked up the symptoms of diabetes. Why would I look up the symptoms of diabetes when I clearly don't have diabetes? Do I eat a lot of sugar? A fair bit, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say I eat a fair bit of sugar. Necrosis is more than a flesh wound. I know. Would I ever consider eating my amputated foot? My favorite candy? Chocolate covered raisins are probably my favorite candy, honestly. Hello to Peb's mom's friend, Jeff. When you're diabetic and your sugar is out of control high, you feel horrific. I was so well diagnosis that I was hospitalized. I can't be ignored. It can't be ignored because you feel so crap. Terrifier 2, I have not. Do not want diabetes. No, I very much don't want diabetes. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I have diabetes. I'm guessing, I'm guessing that I don't have diabetes. Dressing up as Santa this year? No. I am not dressing as Santa. Angela's landlord sucks. Ew, Gia, no. Can we have at least a little time and watch Birdie? Next cooking show? Probably tomorrow, Andy. I just need to decide how I want to prepare the chicken breasts. I'm not a doctor, but I play one in Alive. Like I said, I just kind of need to decide what to do with the chicken titties that I got. Don't fondle the chicken breasts. Chicken titties. Do I have a grill? No. Chicken cutlets? Eh. The what? The chicken titties. Genshin Impact. I don't play Genshin Impact. Need an air fryer? Probably. All right. Gonna stay up for more than 30 seconds this time? Why can't you settle down? Why are you unable to settle down when you're on my lap? Some bullshit a 12-year-old would say. Welcome to my lives, Fluffy. I am a 12-year-old. Would I ever date someone I met on YouTube? I don't know. Okay. Would I ever share the cat's food with them if I had to? No, I wouldn't eat cat food. No. I'm not eating cat food. Cat won't sit in your lap at all. Yeah, Sam is not a lap cat at all. She might have cat dementia, probably. Lucy Allison, just cats. I am very nervous around dogs. Dogs scare me. I am dog phobic. Would I for a Scooby snack? No. Would I eat cat food for a price? No. Yes, I'm 37 with the mentality of a 12-year-old. We paid a certain YouTuber $100 to eat cat food and she did it. Well, I am not that kind of person. Right in the wood stream. Lots of ladies hitting on me online. No, not anymore. Not anymore. For a while there was. When I first started this channel, I was getting quite a few, but most large dogs are very friendly, just scary looking. I'm aware of that, Brooklyn. They still scare me. Makeup stream? Nah. You messaged me? I know, Kira. And I was shitty about and I was terrible at keeping the conversation going. Chihuahuas scare you? Do I watch Amberlynn Reed? No, I do not watch her. Turn them all down. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. Reasons are. I mean, I guess more legs than boobs, but pet duck? Probably not. Are all boobs good boobs? Just about. Pretty much all boobs are good boobs. Love my cat to death, but she's a bitch. Really? No. No, it's just that fat girls like me. What do you eat cat food for charity? Nope. Have I ever nursed this metal? No. What I do today? Nothing much. Why do fat girls like me? I'm not sure, Frosty. I don't know why they like me, but they do. Because all three girlfriends I've had, all three of the girlfriends I've had, like all three of my girlfriends have been fat. And they pretty much all made the first move. What do you cat with rent money? No. Fat girl whisperer. Both Killer Queen. I've had both. One of the Spice Girls would I like to date? Baby seems like a sweetheart. Baby Spice does seem like an absolute sweetheart. Have I ever made the first move? I think so. As like Sporty Spice. I still remember when Baby and Posh went on the Daily Show, like early in Jon Stewart's run on the Daily Show, like not long after Jon Stewart took over the Daily Show. When it was still mostly entertainment, before he'd really had a chance to move it more towards politics. Yeah, Emma and Posh uh, came by for an interview. It went poorly. It did not go well at all. Posh did not care for Jon Stewart's humor. She did not find him funny at all. There was a bit where, like, there's one point where she, like, it really looked like she was deciding whether she could get away with punching him. Like, there was one moment where she genuinely looked like she was ready to punch him, where she was thinking about decking him. Meanwhile, Baby's spending the whole time just trying to, like, laughing nervously, like trying to salvage something of the interview. It was great. It was great. Like she's trying to keep peace and hey, Suffocating. Do I like Bjork? Not particularly. There's a couple of Bjork songs that I kind of dig. And I don't mind Bjork, but Bjork isn't really someone that I listen to. Gotta find that interview on YouTube. I think I might have tried once. No, I've not had a taint injury, Gia. Jeez. You and your taint obsession. Would I ever visit England? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd be up to visit England. It is on YouTube. All right, so the interview is on YouTube, so you search for like Jon Stewart Spice. Yeah, I searched for Jon Stewart Posh Spice. I think it's Spice Girls Daily Show. You can find it. Whereabouts in Montreal? Where was I born? I'm not saying that. Female bodybuilder? I don't know. Want to see Posh Spice pissed at Jon Stewart? More quiet or loud in the bedroom? Quiet. I'm definitely quiet in the bedroom. Would I adopt a kid from Ghana? No, I wouldn't adopt a kid. Sure thing, Fluffy. You sure are entertaining, Fluffy. Just such an interesting person, being all contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. That's always the most interesting type of person. You know, the kind of person every time somebody starts talking about something they like, just chimes in with, "No, that sucks. That's stupid. You're stupid." Such a such an interesting person you are, Giraffe. Do I prefer my partner to be bald like a sphinx? Ah, whatever. Pay $100 for every GA comment for an hour. Jesus, you're boring, fluffy giraffe cloud. Christ, you're just a boring ass person, Giraffe. Be more interesting. Either be more interesting or fuck off. Cornwall considered a dangerous place to live? Not anymore, Lucy. Hey, Beth. Sugar pear gummies? No. Do I have snow? There's like a tiny bit of snow on like some of the grass outside, but not really. Was I in a gang as a child? No, I was not in a gang as a child. Who puts the glad in Gladiator? Hercules. Am I proud of being from Cornwall? No. Fucking hate Cornwall. Cornwall sucks. Cornwall's a shit town. And always was. Would I survive if I had to have an arm amputated? I mean, probably. You know, people adapt. If I had to compare Cornwall to a U.S. state, what would it be? I don't know. What's one of those states that has a lot of meth? Was I spanked as a child? No. No, I was never spanked. Florida. Ohio, South Dakota, Fresno, Pennsylvania, Iowa, West Virginia, Philadelphia, Indiana. Is it just going to be the whole 50? Like, are people just going to name every state? Oregon. I don't know. Elon's new brain chip sounds promising. I hope all of Elon Musk's fanboys get that chip. Tom Arnold's sister ran a meth empire from Iowa. Did I cook today? Microwaved. There's microwave leftovers. Isn't Chicago pretty dangerous? Not as much as a lot of other cities. Chicago is nowhere near as dangerous as people think it is. Elon meth. But yeah, I hope all of Elon Musk's fanboys are quick to get that brain chip that he's promising to release in 6 months. Can I show my belly? No. I'm not subscribed to Twitter Blue now. Fun fact: those brain chips, 300 monkeys have died from the experiment with it. 98% fatality rate in the monkeys that they've tested the brain implants in. Was he promising a release? Some sort of brain chip. I don't even know what the fuck the point of it is. Not the monkeys. Yep. He's killed 300 monkeys. What's the point of the brain chip? Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? Hey, zombie queen. Fucking assholes killed a bunch of monkeys. Fuck that dude. Also, fun fact, back in 2012, Neuralink, yes, Freedom Deep, it's that Neuralink thing. Back in 2012, he was promising to have people on Mars in 10 years. I did not give hand jobs in college for better grades, Ryan. But yeah, Musk promised to have people on Mars by this year. So much for that. People, still nowhere near having ready to have people on Mars. The truth is, Elon Musk has a history of making bold promises for having something revolutionary within a specific time frame, and not coming anywhere near to hitting the time frame he sets. So when he talks, hey Amanda Lee, when he talks about how, oh yeah, we'll have the Neuralink ready in 6 months. No, he won't. I mean, I've never been to Chicago, but I mean, I follow people on Twitter who are in Chicago, and they talk about the fact that people they talk about how hilarious it is to them how people talk about Chicago. What do you think about Elizabeth Holmes? Fucking scamming grifter. She was a scammer, and like a blatant scammer. Hey, chef leftovers. Gone to Chicago many times in my dreams. Did Willie Allen marry his stepdaughter? Yep, he did. Casey Anthony documentary opinion? I have no opinion on it. Do I like rhymes? Meh. Like the O'Hare Airport. Very dangerous. Do I like true crime? I do not. I remember a couple months ago, or a few months ago, I was looking up I looked up list of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. Time was, Chicago was very dangerous. At this point, it is ranked the 28th highest murder rate, which, okay, maybe not great, but it's not that high. There are, a lot of other cities that are way more dangerous. Cleveland and Cincinnati are both vastly more dangerous than Chicago. Nobody ever really seems to be interested. Nobody ever really seems to talk about, oh, you can't go to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is too dangerous. That's on the Epstein list. My understanding is that the list that was released was a hoax. I've hired John Wayne Gacy to be a clown at my childhood birthday party. No, fuck clowns. Live in Cincinnati, and you're right. Yep. Lived in Minneapolis for 25 years, and there's gunshots every night. Yep. Minneapolis, much more dangerous than Chicago. People always want to talk about Detroit. Detroit is actually still really high on the list. Like that one, Detroit actually is still, a very dangerous city. Chicago, not really. The way I heard it, the phrase I heard once is that Republicans talk about Chicago with a hard R. Detroit was beautiful once. But yeah, that's the that's the phrase that I heard once, is that conservatives talk about Chicago with a hard R. If you get the meaning in that one. People need to give Detroit more of a chance. Getting better and better. Yeah. I mean, it's improving, but Canada have their own versions of Killer Clowns. I don't remember. I don't really remember if it did. Obama's from Chicago. Yep. I mean, Obama's from Hawaii, but he moved to Chicago. Never felt unsafe, except with a cop confrontation I had once. Yep. Yeah, cops are dangerous. This is either a wrong number or a scam. So I just got a text message. I want to check if it's a wrong number or a scam. Doesn't pull up on Google. Phone number doesn't pull up on Google. What did it say? It said your cash has been sent. Please confirm if you received. Had a cop pull a gun on me and charged me with evasion on my way to work because he put his lights on while I was on an exit ramp and waited a mile to safely pull over. Yeah, that's cops are shitty for that. By law, you are allowed to wait until you feel safe before you actually pull over. Like by law, you can drive several miles before pulling over if you don't feel safe where you are. Get those emails. Doesn't seem like a scam. It was just like it's just a text message. Nah, I think I won't bother responding to it though. I was considering texting back saying that they've got a wrong number, but I don't think I will. When I went to the court, judge agreed with me and dropped the charges. Yep. Alien tourist? Nope, nope. If you don't feel safe, you drive until you feel safe. Cops aren't dangerous. Yeah, they are backrooms. Cops are absolutely dangerous. Emojis when as soon as I get off my bullshit and actually make a few, Rebecca. Was moving, so I had boxes in my car and was pulled over and intimidated. Yep. When I was a kid, what did I want to be when I grew up? I mean, for a little while, I wanted to be a psychologist. Met my Nigerian prince through a text message. Soon he will be mine, but first I'm going to send $5,000 in Apple gift cards. My Amazon account's been compromised. I know. That one amuses me because, like, I don't have Prime. So cops are pieces of shit who can't be trusted. Hi, West Coast lass. I agree. Don't play stupid games with cops because they're dangerous. Where is Kira going? I'm gonna use my link. I don't think I did receive. I didn't receive anything from you, Rebecca. I didn't notice anything received. Oh, did you maybe send it to my email? Did you email it to me? Because I don't really check it. Oh, you did send it. Sorry, Rebecca. I don't really check the email. Like I seldom check the email that I linked to this that I put in my profile. I don't check it very often. The sand badge. No good cops in a system of oppression. Yep. I don't have nipple piercings, Gia. Hey, Mimi. Lisa LaFlamme badge. God. Am I gonna have to actually get like at least? Am I actually gonna have to put Lisa LaFlamme as an emoji? Kira, I have no piercings anywhere. The cultural capital of Canada? I would argue Montreal. No, I'm not interested in any piercings, Mimi. Vancouver. I don't know that I'd consider Vancouver a cultural capital. Like Vancouver is, you know, it's a lovely city and you know, it's definitely got some culture, but I wouldn't describe it as Canada's cultural capital. I was here about how beautiful Vancouver is. Yeah, I mean it's a lovely city. And yeah, true, lots of immigrants. I mean, I suppose it depends on what you mean by culture and cultural capital. I suppose it depends what cultural capital means. Um, I would still maintain Montreal as the city, Canadian city with the most culture. I have not been to Vancouver, unfortunately. I'd go where Anne of Green Gables lived. Pretty much, Laura. Yeah, it's a big part of Canadian culture. That said, Toronto wants to be the cultural capital. Toronto wants to think of itself as the cultural capital, but I would still argue Montreal as sort of Canada's most cultural city. Did I ever enter the convent when I was in police protection? No. Been to the gardens? I don't think I have. There is a lot to do in Montreal. There's a lot of stuff there. It's an old city. Like one thing to remember is Montreal is a pretty old city, and and I mean you can still visit old Montreal. Um, it's got just a lot of stuff there. Field trip. Yeah. Isn't Quebec City one of the oldest? Yes, Quebec City is also a very old city. Um, what if someone knocked my door right now? I don't know. I guess I'd have to go see who it is. I probably actually, if somebody knocked on my door right now, I wouldn't hear it. Months? Do members get priority reply to comments? No. Nope. No priority reply. Months. Montreal's amazing. Toronto sucks. Everybody hates Toronto. Go somewhere to see Christmas stuff? No. Do I believe in ghosts? I do not. New York is a shithole unless you're unethically rich. Can I have you your new emoji I just sent? It's a very nice emoji, Rebecca. With 2 guard cats. One of them would run away, the other would just annoy the person, would just like meow at the person and demand treats. Here in Sarnia, we're home to many new Indians from India. Yep. Yeah, like guard cats. Sam's a coward. Sam would just run away from anybody coming in. Casey would just like go up and like sort of meow towards the person. Useless. The booby traps for Chantel getting home. Rebecca, yeah, I'll try to get them added soon. Do I shut off all the lights when I go to bed? I don't actually. I usually leave the lights on downstairs. I just forget. I always just forget about the lights downstairs, so I don't really. Did I grow up with any what produce? Did I grow up with any what? Would I rather be Casey or Sam? Sam! I'd rather be Sam. Sam's a good boy. Why didn't I vote? In the mayoral election, I just forgot. I just kept putting it off, Favorite board game? Trivial Pursuit, I suppose, probably. Favorite Christmas movie? Muppet Family Christmas. Favorite soda drink? Sprite. Oh, pets. Yeah, I grew up with pets. Yeah, I always had cats. Always, like all my life, we had cats. Bad Santa, never watched Bad Santa. Will I do any more trivia streams? Yeah, I'll try to do. One once a week or so. Every week or so, produce. Do I miss soda or crave it? Not particularly. Tell a fun fact about Canada. It's very, very large. It has 10 provinces and 3 territories. My opinion on Doug Ford? Fuck that guy. Fuck Doug Ford. Asshole. Doug Ford sucks. Do I watch Foodie? I actually don't watch Chantel. I probably should while she's overseas, but have I ever had a mouse in the villa? Not that I am aware of, Kira. I don't think I've ever had one in here. My mom's old house, we had a mouse. We had mice a couple times. Have I seen a moose? Probably. Maybe. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a moose. Can I get a pet moose? No. No, moose are big. Meese are big. As many as 4,000 Indigenous women and girls are believed to have been killed or gone missing in Canada over the past 30 years. Yeah, that's not so much a fun fact, Frida. But, yeah. Moose loose about the hoose. Have moose beaten my freezer? Our money smells like maple syrup. It does, Slinky, yes. As a weird ass sort of anti-fraud measure. Canadian money has like this strip that smells like maple syrup. It's like that's a real thing. It is. Why did you never notice? Because you don't. Because who the fuck smells money? Check. How many people smell money? Because money just smells like strip joints and cigarette burns. Ghost in Canada has. And I do actually appreciate that Canadian money is different colors. Like, it's so weird to me that American money is all green, that it's all the same color. I don't know, Kara. I don't remember. Probably not. Because I feel like that's literally grabbed a $20 bill and smelled it. I feel like that is a great way of accidentally giving wrong amounts of money. You know, the fact that Canadian dollars are, or the Canadian bills are different colors, it means that like you know what you're giving somebody. You know, you need to give somebody $5, you grab a blue bill. You need to give them $10, you grab a purple bill. You need to give them $20, you grab them a green bill. They did make $20 bills colorful at one point. They're waterproof. I'm not sure if they're waterproof. Show me a Canadian money. Yeah, look it up, triggers. Look, just like Google Images. Look up Canadian money. Am I into BDSM? Not really. No, I'm not into BDSM. Not into BDSM, but I did enjoy the comic Sunstone. I did enjoy that comic. Love our money. E pluribus unum. Our money is waterproof. Neat. Prepare fun facts about Canada for us. I don't know. American money is sticky as well and sticks together. Sometimes you have to be careful. Also, we have a $2 coin and there's a bear on it. And it's called the Toonie. Canadian money is like a box of coloring grant. So yeah, the Canadian $1 coin has an image of a loon on it. So it gets called the loonie. The $2 coin we call the toonie. Is it the bear from the Big Blue House? No, it's just a polar bear. Looney and Toonie, yep. DH? Probably not. DH, I probably can't unblock her. I've got enough people blocked that I can't even see all the people I've got unblocked. Why is it a polar bear? Why not? Why wouldn't it be? Canada doesn't have polar bears? Yeah, we do. Of course we have polar bears in Canada. Canada is an Arctic country. We're tiny, we're toony, we can't afford a loony because Brian Mulrooney invented GST. Shit, there's a throwback, Shiara. Wasn't that a song that people did? Like, wasn't that a song people did come up with back in the day? So, can I sing So Long Farewell from Sound of Music? Nope. Y'all just have moose and polar bears? Yep. Our quarters have moose on them. Our quarter has a moose. I can't show you any money because I don't have any. Like, I honestly, like, I have no actual currency. So I can't actually show you any of it because I have literally none. I might have like a couple quarters, maybe like a nickel and a dime, you know? Canada's connected to Alaska. Yeah, Alaska is sort of jets off from Canada. Did I pay rent? Pretty sure. Pretty sure rent was paid. New Looney that has Alexander Graham Bell on it. Okay. Do I have a bank account? Of course I have a bank account. And I pay with my debit card. Y'all got weird names for your currency. I mean the Looney and the Toonie. We don't nickname any of our other money. Like, we don't have nicknames for anything else. Nickel, dime, quarter. Those are same, yeah. The penny, which I think is no longer even technically in circulation. Some people don't have bank accounts. They don't trust the bank, which valid. Do the bills actually smell like? They do, BK. They actually do. We don't have pennies anymore. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you'll still see pennies. But yeah, they are basically defunct now. Hi, my name is James, and I'm on my way to fuck your bitch. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're official names because they were common nicknames, I think, is sort of what it came down to. Alien, we live in houses. Ever forced to give your tuppence to a bank when all you want to do is feed the birds? No. We never had tuppence in Canada. Canada does not have tuppence. Do I floss? I don't. Can I talk about when I smoke weed? No bot. No point. What's a tuppence? A tuppence is 2 pence. It's specifically British money. Pound and pence. Pennies are still around. I mean, they're still around, but they're like, you don't actually need pennies anymore. Like, I don't think they're minted anymore. So like all the pennies, I'm pretty sure all the pennies that are in circulation are from, at least a few years old. I'm pretty sure pennies don't get minted anymore. And in fact, when you buy something, it's rounded. Like the amount you pay is rounded. Yeah. If something costs 62 cents, then it's rounded down. Then you pay 60 cents. Fine, Jerry. So 62 cents, you pay 60 cents. 63 cents, you pay 65 cents. Ate a penny? No, I never ate a penny. Canadian Mint got rid of them. Yeah, exactly. Like you'll still see them, but you don't need them. So like or I should say, if you're paying in cash, then the cents get rounded to the nearest 5. Don't be an asshole, Fluffy. Yes, if you have pennies, you can still use pennies. You can still use the pennies if you have them, but you don't need to anymore. They get rounded. Here in Canada, by the way, Fluffy, I fucking worked retail in fucking Canada. So yes, pennies technically speaking, pennies still exist. Technically speaking, you can still use pennies, but they don't actually fucking exist. But they're not actually a thing anymore. No, they're not being minted anymore. No more pennies are being created. Um, and when you go to pay for something, if you're paying in cash, it gets rounded to the nearest 5. Every door stamp store. They take pennies, but you don't fucking need them. It gets rounded. Like, are you a fucking idiot, Fluffy? It gets rounded. Again, I fucking worked in retail, okay? I dealt with this shit. It gets rounded to the nearest 5 in Canada. Like, at this point, you're arguing for the sake of arguing because you are just objectively wrong, Fluffy. Like, you are objectively incorrect about this. Here in Canada, pennies are no longer minted, and when you pay for something in cash, it gets rounded to the cents get rounded to the nearest 5. US still uses pennies? Yes, US still uses pennies. Canada does not. Canada has pretty much gotten rid of pennies. You're in America? Well, then you're just fucking idiot, Fluffy, because we made clear that we were talking about Canada. You fucking idiot, Fluffy. Jesus, Fluffy. We made super clear multiple times that we were talking about Canada. You're sitting there trying to argue with people about, we still use pennies. We're not fucking talking about your country, jackass. We're not talking about your country, so shut the fuck up. Stop trying to argue with people when you don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. No, we did make it clear. I said on multiple occasions that Canada that Canada got rid of the penny. That in Canada, pennies are no longer minted. Do you throw loonies at strippers in Montreal? I'm not sure how. I think you'd have to go with a 5. Like, I think you'd have to tip a 5 at minimum in Canada. Like, I think in Canada, if you're going to a strip club, if you want to slip money into their strap, you got to do minimum of 5. Do they still use pennies in the UK? I'm not actually sure, Alien Tourist. Would I slip the money into their taint? Well, someone slip a dime into your taint. Jared looks like elf ears. Yep. Still have pennies in the UK. But yeah, it's what's wild is pennies cost more to make than they're actually worth. You know, a guy who throws pennies into the sewer to help magnetize the earth. If he doesn't, we will all die, according to him. Okay. Because yeah, like pennies, a penny costs more than 1 cent to make. They actually cost more than they're worth. Which does mean they are pointless. Like that, like they're completely counterproductive. They're actually counterproductive. So that's why Canada stopped minting pennies. Is because they're actually counterproductive. They're genuinely not worth what they cost. So yeah, get rid of the pen. So yeah, we got rid of pennies. I'm curious to see if the US will end up following at any point. Yeah, Sofa King. It's like it'll be interesting to see if the US does follow suit and stop minting pennies. Because again, I mean they're pointless. Why are dimes smaller than pennies but worth more? I think because of the contents, because of what they're made of. I believe. US dollars isn't as strong as it used to be. Yeah, I mean it varies. Favorite cent is a nickel. Take us a long time before we stop minting pennies. We're stuck in a race. There is that. The U.S. does struggle against this is how it's always been. Why do you hate pennies so much? What did they ever do to you? I don't hate pennies. They are pointless. They are counterproductive. But yeah, the U.S. For sure tends to just, this is how it works. This is how it will continue to work. It's not, yeah, Americans love traditions, pretty much. America is not very good at changing things. Old men everywhere have pennies and jugs in their sheds. We will never run out of pennies. Hot wasabi? Yeah, they're a penny. Like, they're pennies in Canada and the US. 1 cent. Too expensive to manufacture pennies. People love finding pennies on the ground. Pennies are the most stinky and ugly of all the coins. How's my dry spell going? Still going, Rita. Keep talking about pennies. It might help me fall asleep. The bend and snap? No. Candy? When I was young, we had penny candy. Not anymore, but I'm 58. Yeah, I don't think penny candy's been a thing for a long time. Tell you about Canada? I just did, Freddie. I just told you about the fact that Canada got rid of the penny. What else? What are some other interesting things about Canada? If I were to change my name, what are some names I'd consider? The one I lean towards is Nicole. Name something worse about Canada than the US. I don't know. Slightly more expensive. Why do Canadians hate their? Well, Canada doesn't have president. We have prime minister, and I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those, just one of those things where every country hates their leader. But somebody in another country shit talks our leader. It's on. Canadian hospitals as hellish as ever they said they are. It varies, Frida. Waiting lists can get pretty long. Like the waiting can get pretty long. Medical care free. Most. Most medical care is free. Dental is not. Vision care is not. Mental health care is not. A few other things. Damon Trudeau. Justin Trudeau, who's heard nurses are really underpaid even compared to the US. I think they might be. Oh, shit. Yeah. All right. So Canada has actually just introduced something. Canada has just introduced Canada Dental Benefit. It's parents can apply for up to $1,300 over the course of 2 years uh, for dental care for children under 12. U.S. tends to pay a lot more for healthcare workers. U.S. tends to pay a lot more for healthcare in general. Does Canada have the equivalent of Congress or Senate? I mean, we've got Parliament. Like, Parliament is the main thing. There is also a Senate, but it's not elected. And it tends, I think, the Canadian Senate, I think, is as much as anything, it's sort of a way for prime ministers to reward cronies as much as anything else at this point. So I don't think the U.S. Senate, or I don't think the Canadian Senate. Seriously, like, the U.S. Senate gets no respect. Nobody actually likes the U.S. Senate. The Canadian Senate is even less appreciated than the U.S. Senate. Like, Canadians have more contempt for our Senate than Americans do for their Senate. Our Senate is a fucking joke. It is. Just similar to House of Lords. I think it is similar to the House of Lords. Getting my mom Christmas gift? Yeah, of course I will. Yes, Senate gets more respect than the House of Representatives. Barely, Andy. And I will say this. At least the House is based on majority vote. At least the House knows how to count. Has Box Mountain. Most of the boxes are broken down. Still have to take some of them out. Did I eat dinner? Yes, I ate before I came live. Yeah, the fact that in the Senate you can vote, you can have like 52 people voting for something and lose. Like, you can have 52% of the vote and lose in the US Senate is fucking nonsense. Like, every fucking thing, every single goddamn thing in the US Senate requires 60 votes, and that's fucking nonsense. Cucurelli, you are not blocked. But it's just so ridiculous to me that everything in the US Senate requires 60 votes these days. Like, you can't do jack shit in the Senate. Like, the Senate can't do jack shit without 60 votes. And it's like, how the fuck does that work? And I mean, that's a fairly new phenomenon. That only goes back like 30 years. Not even. That goes back, what, 25, like 20 odd years that's actually been a thing. What do I do about the feeling of being a slave of capitalism? Not much you can do, unfortunately. Hey, Freya. All bad roads lead to Reagan. A lot of them do, yeah. Most of them do. Favorite reaction channel? I don't give a shit about reaction channels. Tarot cards and pendulums? Nah. Pass. Does Canada have a governor general? Yes, Canada does have a governor general. Who is, in theory, the monarch's representative. Most of the time, the Governor General is just sort of a ceremonial role. So a lot of times, Governor General will just be like, a really well respected writer or something like that. VK, officially, yes. In practice, we don't really have much to do. Like the English king queen doesn't really have that much to do with Canada. Doesn't have that much influence over Canada, but in theory, but officially, yes. Why are monarchies still a thing? I don't know. Especially in Canada, like I don't know why Canada still pays tribute to the monarchy. Like it's such a weird thing that Canada is like, sure, yeah, we're still part of the monarchy. It's like, no, why? Why would we? Capone. My understanding, Capone, my understanding of the purpose of the royal family is tourism. Like from what I've gathered, the purpose of the monarchy is just straight up tourism dollars. They bring in money. That's it. That's it. That's all they're good for. Nothing else. Which is what makes it so baffling that Canada doesn't just say, fuck off. We're done. You know? Because that tourist money doesn't mean anything to us. We're not bringing in any tourist dollars for from the monarchy. So yeah, I like it's just Canada really should just be like, you know what? No disrespect, but we're abandoning the monarchy. Moose and polar bears bring in tourists. Yeah. Shortage of cream cheese in Canada. I have no idea. Fuck the royal family. Bring back the guillotine. But yeah, technically, but yeah, officially speaking, like the queen or the king, I guess now. Yeah, the king can at any moment dissolve parliament. And in fact, Stephen, was it Harper? I think it was Harper. On a couple of different occasions, did sort of make use of the fact that the queen could dissolve parliament to sort of get out of a little bit of trouble. Can I explain why we appear to be alone in the universe? Because the universe is vast, find Jerry. It's vast and always in motion. So it's just realistically, like it's the odds of us actually being able to contact other life is really against us. Queen Mia Thermopolis of Queen of Genovia. Thoughts on Stephen Hawking? Brilliant guy. I do disagree with him when it comes to AI. Because I know Stephen Hawking has like issued dire warnings about the dangers of AI. I sort of tend to disagree with him on that. Sailor Moon tattoo? I don't like. I'm not interested in getting tattoos. Hot wasabi. Don't understand how much the Queen's passing was shoved down our throats for 2 weeks. Every single TV channel, every single radio station, every newspaper, magazine front page. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Temporary tattoo. That might be more my speed, Jenna. Could I be in a relationship with an AI? I don't know. Probably not. I'd want something I'd want the capability for physicality, you know? I'd want to be able to smooch. Smooching a computer just isn't the same. Like the poor queen around for 2 weeks after she died, though. Would I ever have sex with an AI? I mean, did I just say smooch? Yes, I said smooch. You can smooch your computer. But it's not the same. Lizzie, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, I don't give a shit about Meghan. Like, I don't give a shit about Meghan Markle one way or the other. But a lot of the hate she received was racially based. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson has turned being a buzzkill into his brand. You know, like it's like he started out like he got big by being the guy who made science accessible, or a guy. Like he got big by being a dude who makes science accessible to people. And after that, like once he got big, he sort of ended up altering his brand to be a buzzkill. And it's like, dude, come on, just fucking. He said Pluto wasn't a planet. Yeah, that that was that got him some heat. But I mean, even beyond that, like all his like, oh, the science in this movie is wrong. Oh, this scene in this movie, this scene in this science sci-fi movie wouldn't work because of this. It's like, dude, ease up. Like, just like people know the science is like people know that the science in movies isn't accurate. People know that the science in superhero movies is not real. Fucking let them enjoy it. Just shut the fuck up, dude. Like at one point, you know, at some point, it's you gotta start telling the guy, just shut the fuck up, dude. Do I prefer smooching or smashing? I prefer smooching, actually. You're like an actual dumbass. I was like, yes, what is it? When I heard a meow, is yeah. Um, Watching medical shows as a healthcare worker is like nails on a chalkboard. I've heard that. I've heard that it's sort of mixed. You know, that some that some healthcare workers sort of enjoy how nonsense it is, and that some get like infuriated by how wrong it is. So I've heard it goes both ways, and like for a lot of other stuff as well. Um, I will say, do I get tense when I watch shows about librarians or about libraries? I don't really watch shows about libraries. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen one. But yeah, back to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I like I stopped following Neil deGrasse Tyson when I read an article about him being a diva. Like he was invited to speak to science club at um, some university, and he was such a diva, such an arrogant prick that the group basically swore off ever again inviting anybody. Like that, they're like, yeah, we're not inviting anymore. So we're not inviting anyone ever again. Like he just broke their hearts. Daily Nut December. I heard he was high maintenance too. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, like he seems to be very cool on screen, but like I said, he's apparently kind of a diva. Like backstage, behind the scenes. He was also called out during the Me Too movement. Yeah. I don't put people on a pedestal. I generally try not to. It's hard with some people not to do it. Hey, Vonda. Do I dance and sing when I'm alone? Dancing, no. Singing, only occasionally. But yeah, for like, as far as like don't put celebrities on pedestals, it can be hard. Like an example, I used to really like Peter David. Chris Evans is sexiest man alive was a win. I'm fine with him winning. But yeah, like I used to really like Peter David. Then I started hearing stories about him being kind of an asshole at conventions. There's a particular, like I know Randy Milholland, the creator of the comic Something Positive, and current cartoonist for the Popeye Sunday strips. He talked about the going to a convention once and being like super excited to meet Peter David, and then he met David, and he was just an asshole, like he was just a prick. And like I've heard other stories that sort of back that up about Peter David just being kind of a prick at conventions. And then he had that infamous rant against Romani people. Yeah, he was on a panel at some comic convention and went on a rant about the Romani people. And it was like, well, there's a writer I'm never going to be able to enjoy the same way again. Crib? No. I'm talking, Crib, I'm specifically talking about rant Peter David did. Peter David, I think, is Jewish. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's a comic writer. He's a comic writer. He's probably Jewish. I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, Peter David. This is a couple, like 3 or 4 years back. So this is a few years back. He, Perry, I am not into Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. So yeah, it's he went on a rant about Romani people, basically, and it's like it was based on shit that he heard when he went to Eastern Europe on a vacation once, and one of the tour guides shit talked, like spread the shit about what Romani people do. And it's like, yeah, because it's not like Eastern Europe has a history of, or all of Europe, it's not like Europe as a whole has a long history of prejudice against the Romani people. Capone? Yes, it is actually considered a slur. Generally. That one is considered a slur. The proper term is Romani. That said, there are some who do call themselves the G word. And you'll sometimes see it like you'll sometimes see RGT, Romani Gypsy Traveler. For people who are like different who identify in different ways. Boxer calls himself that. Yeah, I mean there are a few who do call themselves that. But generally it is considered a slur. Which is why I did work to remove that word from my own vocabulary. Hey, Sandra. Like I did work to remove that. Like as soon as I heard, like as soon as I learned that it was a slur, because most people don't know that it is, because those people don't really have much of a voice. So like once I discovered that it was a slur, I did work to remove it from my vocabulary. Uh, a few other words that I've worked to remove from my vocabulary because I've heard people talk about them being um, slurs. People are still learning. Yep, people are always learning. The important thing is, are you willing to learn? That's the big thing. Are you willing to learn? What word are we talking about? The word is gypsy, which is a slur um, for the Romani people. Though again, like I said, you'll sometimes see RGB, Romani Gypsy, or RGT, sorry, Romani Gypsy Traveler is a fairly common acronym, or seems to be becoming a fairly common acronym. Uh, Indiana Jones trailer? No. Doctor Doom. Yep, Doctor Doom is Romani. He is Romani, and which is why I would love, 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 love uh, for them to cast a Romani actor to play Doom in the MCU. It would be a damn shame for them to cast just a white dude. You know, like for them to just cast a white guy um, as Doom would be so disappointing. How old was I when my parents upgraded? I don't know, 6, 7, 8. What comics see from? I mean, Marvel comics. Doctor Doom has fought like every single Marvel character at this point, just about. She's trying to think. Has Ms. Marvel had run-ins with Doom? I'm pretty sure she did. Hello, white people that are claiming Romani. Yeah, Camnion. Sure. I mean, there are absolutely light-skinned Romani people. Um, how many members? I think like 340 something. But yeah, I do really, 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 really hope that they cast a Romani actor to play Doom in the MCU. It would just be really shitty if they went with a white dude. If they were to whitewash his character. Also, Doom needs to be a drama queen. Hey, Kira. Like the other Fantastic Four movies, who would I cast? I don't know Anunnaki. I don't know actors. uh, how do you get a star? By becoming a member, Harry Balsack. You get the star by joining members. Was it Doom? Yeah, Doom was a video game, but the comic character came first by a long time. He debuted in 1962. Do I like coffee? I don't. Who would star as me in a movie? Nobody. Lizzie, welcome. Did I ever leave the convent to marry a captain with 7 children? No. Because yeah, it's like the truth is the MCU, Marvel Studios does have kind of a track record of whitewashing and lightwashing. What did I name my memberships for this? Slice? You're my slices? Mario movie? Because like how many members? Like I said, 340 something, Kate. what they did to the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Yeah, there was that. I mean, it was kind of a weird, like, it was kind of a tough situation there because, I mean, there was no, how do you do the Mandarin in a non offensive way? But yeah, there was the Mandarin. Um, the Ancient One in Doctor Strange, they whitewashed the Ancient One. Mario, the movie, the game. Do I draw or paint? I don't. Mimi, I don't draw or paint. Uh, the Ms. Marvel TV show, they light washed uh, one of the characters, Nakia. They cast a fairly light skinned Christian girl to play the hijabi, Pakistani American hijabi, which next Spider-Man of the Rings. So they have done some whitewashing and lightwashing in Marvel Studios. So I do hope that they don't lightwash Doctor Doom. Make Doctor Doom Romani, and also make him absolutely a drama queen. Because that was the big problem with Doctor Doom and the other Fantastic Four movies. They tried to make him like sort of a normal dude. And it's like, no, he's a drama queen. He's one of the most dramatic people in Marvel Comics. Like Doctor Doom is one of the most dramatic characters out there. Some of the most well-known actresses when I see TV. I mean, yeah, there was Martin Short, Eugene Levy, John Candy. Shit, I'm blanking on some of the names. Klutzy Cade, thank you very much, Klutzy Cade. Way to go, thank you very much. What was her name? Catherine O'Hara. I'm blanking on anyone. I'm blanking on the others. It's been a long time since I watched SCTV. VK. That's sort of my feeling, VK, is like, you gotta like try to make it. Is Doom a villain or an anti-hero? Yes. It depends on the story, Anunnaki. Usually he's a villain. Occasionally he's an anti-villain. Every once in a while, he'll be an anti-hero. But usually either villain or anti-villain. McConaughey was going to be Doom. Ugh. Terrible choice. That's just a nonsensical choice. Thanks, Sauce Queen. Keep Jared Leto away from all comic book movies. But you don't want to. Yeah, he seems like a pretty good-looking guy. That Francis Ngannou seems like a pretty good guy. But yeah, Jared Leto does not have a great track record with comic book movies. His performance as the Joker did not get particularly good reviews, and obviously Morbius. It was, sadly, it was never Morbin time. Jared Leto is disgusting and shouldn't be famous. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like that his fucking method acting bullshit when he was Joker. Dude, fuck off. Sending used condoms and dead animals to co-stars. Fucking hell. Ready? Yeah, my father's still alive. I am not in contact with him, though. Like as soon as I read about the shit that he was sending to coworkers on Suicide Squad, I was like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck Jared Leto. I will never respect him. I will never have any respect for Jared Leto after that shit. Fuck that dude. Fuck him so hard. Always confused Jared Leto and Jay Leno. Like 30 Seconds to Mars, though, in my emo days. Can just read the comics and be like, I got it. Yeah. Cesar Romero didn't even shave his fucking mustache to play the Joker. You know? Like that's the big thing. Actors now are like trying to like do this intense method acting to get into the mindset of the Joker. Cesar Romero wouldn't even shave his goddamn mustache. Ease up, guys. The Joker is a goddamn murder clown. That's the character. You don't need to get into method acting for that. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. He looks like a clown and he kills people. Charlie Cox is Daredevil, one of the best guys. Oh, he did a fantastic job as Daredevil. Yeah, Charlie Cox is a fantastic Daredevil, and I really like one thing I really liked about him is that he didn't look directly at people. Mark Hamill for life. Oh, loved Mark Hamill's Joker. Loved him as Joker. Kind of liked Val Kilmer. Yeah, I really like that was such a great subtle character element. Is the fact that Charlie Cox didn't actually look directly at people because he's blind. Blind people seldom look directly at somebody who they're talking to. They do tend to like have their heads turned a little bit. I'd tell my firstborn if Mark Hamill told me to. Yep. Jack Nicholson. I liked Jack Nicholson's Joker, but he's got kind of an unfair advantage because he's just a crazy son of a bitch anyway. Still gets laid and he's blind. Yep. Which is very true to the comics, Anunnaki. That is super true to the comics. He's blind and he picks up the hottest women. It's always been it's like always a running gag in the comics as well. Foggy would complain about the fact that he couldn't even see how hot the women he was picking up were. Yeah, Foggy was always complaining to Matt, like, how do you get these gorgeous women? You can't even see what they look like. How do you always get the most gorgeous women? Ever watched a Superman movie? The first one would be the best. Like the first Donner Reeve Superman movie. Back from like what was it, like 70s, 80s? Oh, that 70s, I think. Yeah, the 1978 film. The 1978 movie by Richard Donner, starring Christopher Reeve. That is the Superman movie to start with. It's the only one. Yeah, it's Superman. He was Superman with Gene Hackman. Yeah, I mean it's not a perfect movie by any stretch. But Christopher Reeve, hey Frida, Christopher Reeve was so much Superman. He did such an amazing job. Margot Kidder, yeah, Margot Kidder was really good as Lois Lane. Hey, J. Dot personifies Superman and Clark Kent. Like, that's the other thing. He personifies both Superman and Clark. Like, that one scene, one shot. Like, there's that one shot that is just the encapsulation of Reeves' take on the character, where he's, he's in Lois' apartment as Clark. He's in there as Clark, and he's considering revealing to Lois that he's Superman, and takes off the glasses, stands up straighter, deepens his voice a little bit, changes his mind, slumps back down, puts the glass back on, lowers his voice back. Lizzie, watch that scene. Watch that scene of Christopher Reeve switching from Clark Kent to Superman back to Clark Kent. And you'll absolutely understand how people, you'll absolutely understand how he gets away with it. How people don't connect the dots, because he's a completely different person as each persona. Like, Clark Kent and Superman are genuinely different. Again, it does, Lizzie. Again, if you watch that scene, you see how it works. Like, you see just like how people don't draw that conclusion, how people don't see the similarities. The best Batman? I mean, Kevin Conroy is the best Batman. Kevin Conroy was Batman. Lizzie? Yeah, you might. Least favorite movie ever? I don't know. Batman Begins is up there. Batman Begins is up there as one of my least favorite movies ever. No, Gia, I'm not saying that. Hey, Jeff. Didn't Adam West die? I think so. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Adam West died. I mean, Adam West did a good job in a very specific form of Batman. Like, he was doing the camp Batman. He did a really good job as a campy Batman. And again, he did a fantastic job in one specific scene to show the difference between Batman and Bruce Wayne. This absolutely bizarre scene where he's on the phone with the mayor and the other dude as both Batman and as Bruce Wayne. Like, where he's having to switch back and forth between the two and have a conversation entirely with himself. and like just the different voices he used and the different intonations, you know, again, you see how people don't realize. So yeah, that was like it's like an iconic scene. And yeah. So he did a really good job in the campy Batman. Um I do also really like yeah, Kevin Conroy was Batman. That was Batman voice. You know, that is what Batman sounds like. That is the platonic ideal of how Batman sounds. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool. Was he? Oh, I mean, yeah, they've already confirmed. They've already confirmed that they're trying again with Fantastic Four. Um, I think one of the key things that they need to remember with Fantastic Four, the other two movies missed this, or other three movies, I guess. The previous Fantastic Four movies totally missed out on the most important element. The Fantastic Four are a family. It's about family, but it's also about fun. Fantastic Four should be a family film. Like even more, like more than any other MCU film that we've had so far, the Fantastic Four should be a family movie. It should be campy and funny and silly and still tons of heart. First month, Chris Evans. Chris Evans was really good. Chris Evans was really good. Like he was really good as Johnny Storm. He was perfect. Like he did such a perfect job as Johnny Storm. Like he brought the cockiness. Like he was so good. Like he was absolutely a standout. Like he was the standout of those two films. Michael Chiklis was also really good as Ben Grimm. So Evans and Chiklis were both really good. The rest of the cast, not so much. Those were the only two good casting choices. I don't remember the dude. I don't remember who they cast as Reed Richards, but he was boring. He was nothing. And what's her name as Invisible Woman? Who fucking cares? You know, she was just whatever. So yeah, make it a family film. Yes, Alba, Jessica Alba. Yeah, she was there as Invisible. Like it was a shit. I mean, it was shit. Right? It was shit writing, frankly. Like it was shitty writing. So I mean, she didn't really have much to do with the role. Um, I forgot the stretchy one's name too. I forgot the names, and I forgot the guy who played Doctor Doom. You cast as Miles Morales in the MCU. I don't know, someone young. Just Alba, your type. Yeah, I mean, she's a good looking woman. She's an attractive woman. Sandra Bullock. I mean, she's a good looking woman. Jessica Alba's good in Sin City. Second channel all about comics and their movie reviews. Nah. Julian McMahon. Terrible Doctor Doom. Just a atrocious Doctor Doom. And everyone in Fantastic was bad. Have I seen Dark Angel? No, I never watched Dark Angel. Hey, Wistful Demon. Do I like tea? I don't like tea now. Yeah, everybody in Fantastic was bad. Even good, like there were good actors, but there was they did shitty jobs in that movie. They made Galactus a cloud. Yep. To be fair, so did the Ultimate Comics, but Do I think Willie Nelson is sexy? Not my type. Yeah, Fantastic was just a bad movie in basically every single capacity. Like every single way you can imagine, Fantastic was a terrible movie. So Marvel should do the opposite of what they did in that movie. Just like look at that, like look at Fantastic and do every single thing the complete opposite. The Incredibles is better. The Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie to date. Because it's a fun, campy family movie that nonetheless has a lot of heart. And that's what Fantastic Four needs to be. I think the best way to do it would be the Fantastic Four coming back from a long voyage with their kids. Like, I think that's sort of give them their kids. Give them Franklin at the very least. At least have Franklin already there. Maybe even Valeria. If Valeria isn't in the first movie, then have the first movie end with Sue pregnant with Valeria. Hey, Red Eyes. Like I said, family movie. That is what Fantastic Four should be. Did I ever fall in love with a servant on a ship and then lose them when it sunk? Nope. Last movie I watched that wasn't a comic book. What was the last movie I watched? Redwine might have been the last movie I watched. Wistful Demon, welcome. Yeah, I think Redwine might be the last movie that I watched. Don't remember if I've watched any movies since that one. Fast and the Furious, Fantastic Four. Second Fantastic Four movie did bring us one thing that was good, Michael B. Jordan. But even then, he was a shitty Johnny Storm. And again, it's not absolutely not Jordan's fault. Jordan delivered the best performance he was able to do with the script he was given. It's just the script was absolute shit, which meant that Michael B. Jordan was not delivering a performance as Johnny Storm. He was delivering a performance as a dude who lights himself on fire. Like that was the role. Michael B. Jordan as guy who sets himself on fire. Not Johnny Storm. That didn't have any of Johnny Storm's charm or humor. Hey, Tasha. Yeah, there was no humor in that movie. Kanye West came in and said he loves all people. Yeah, he just thinks that the Jews have too much power. Yeah. Totally not anti-Semitic. It's too serious. Yeah. Everybody in that movie was. Hey, undesirable. Loves the Jews and loves Nazis, yeah. Which is bullshit. If you love the Nazis, then you don't love the Jews. Hulk versus the Thing. Like, I mean, it's that simple. If you like the Nazis, you hate the Jews. You cannot support both. You cannot be on both sides. God loves everyone. No, God hates Nazis. God hates Nazis and pedos. I mean, based on the Old Testament, I'm not sure how God. I'm not entirely sold on how God feels about pedos, frankly, Gia or Frida. Sorry, you are all Germans Nazi? No. Even back then, most Germans were not actually Nazis. Have I ever engaged in sexual activity in an automobile? Yeah. Yeah, as far as like, oh, God hates pedos. You read the Old Testament? I'm not so sure about God's views on pedophiles, frankly. Thanks, undesirable. Actually, think about it. I suppose I can't really think of any instances in the Bible of him. Like, I have actually read the Bible. I don't remember very much of it, Katie Ann. The main things I remember from the Bible are all the begats at the beginning. The Genesis starts with a whole shit ton of begatting going on. But the only other thing I remember was God sending a bear to kill a bunch of kids who made fun of a bald dude. Like, that's the thing that gets me. Begat. That's the thing that gets me about, like, bunch of kids mock a dude for being bald, and God sends a bear after them. What the fuck? I mean, yes, I am sensitive about my balding as well. I'm sensitive about my hair as well. Even I think a bear is kind of a little bit overkill, a bit of an overreaction. Even then, I think that even that's just a bit of an overreaction. Oh, I also remember a time this group of people were moving the Ark of the Covenant, and it started to fall over. So the dude reaches out, puts his hand on the Ark of the Covenant in order to balance it, keep it from falling. God strikes him dead. Hey, Mick. And it's like, dude, again, I get that you've got rules about touching the Ark of the Covenant, but would you have preferred that it fall on the ground? Like, again, that just seems like overreaction. Shouldn't context make some difference there? Dad thinks people used to live to 4,000 years old before sin. Katie, I read the Bible back when I was in high school, back when I was a teenager. I decided to read the Bible as a bit of a know your enemy type of thing because I was anti-religious back then. Um, I mellowed on it. I have no issue with organized religion for the most part anymore. But as a teenager, I was sort of like anti-religion, so I read the Bible as a know your enemy type of thing. I retained almost nothing. What do I think about the Satanic Temple? I don't know. They're fine. I've got nothing against the Satanic Temple. I mean, they are primarily a. I look at them as being kind of more of a political body political group, because their big thing is like opposing any attempt to politically enforce Christianity. The only Bible thing I know is the thing Samuel L. Jackson said in Pulp Fiction, which, funnily enough, is not actually in the Bible. The ST do more for people than Christians. I don't know about that. The truth is, like, Christians do raise a lot of money for charities. They do a lot of charitable work. They absolutely do. They do a shit ton of charitable work. Yeah, like for all the problems they do, like for all the problems with Christianity, they do a lot of charitable work. I think they are actually like still the main source of charity. Like I think that's been like I think Galaxy S12. I don't think it's the S12, but it's a Galaxy. VK. Some do. There are some who do VK. It varies. Tax for Sphere Church. Yeah, I mean there are absolutely things that I disagree with regarding a lot of Christian groups. Catholics kill probably more Christians than any other religion. Yes, a few hundred years ago. So I mean, I don't really have any problem with. I'm not going to sit there complaining about shit that happened centuries ago. There's still problems with with the Catholic Church today. What is your opinion on people who identify as empaths? I don't know. I don't really have one. Sauce Queen, no. I do not believe in the myth of Adam and Eve. I believe that's a myth. It's a story. Like when the Pope complained about Trump's wall, but the Vatican is surrounded by a huge stone wall. Confessional booth glory hall. Glory hall. See, like I said, there are Christians that I have issues with. There are branches of Christianity that I have issues with. I think any of those people who preach the gospel of prosperity, they're assholes. They're scammers. They are grifters. Like the ones who preach prosperity gospel, they're just straight up fucking grifters. They can fucking rot. They make me kind of wish I believed in hell. Because they deserve to go there. But organized religion as a whole, I don't have a particular issue with. I don't have an issue with organized religion as a concept, as a thing. It's just specific organizations. So, yeah. And I absolutely oppose anyone who tries to enforce their religion on other people. Good night, Jenna. Mormons are cool. Not a huge fan of Mormonism. Mormons are one of those groups that are a little bit. Jehovah's Witnesses are called a little bit, yeah, same thing. Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, it's hard because my mom was almost a member. My mom almost joined the Jehovah's Witnesses. She studied with Jehovah's Witnesses for quite a while, so it's hard for me to really like. Oh, they're terrible. Is Jehovah like a person? Well, Jehovah is another word for God. Okay. Good night, Forna. My ex-step grandmother believes she's going to have her own effing planet. Nice. Yeah, they follow Jesus. Mormons became uncool when they stopped polygamy. Yep. Kamyan, welcome. Welcome, Kamyan. Is this a cult? It might be. Do I follow the yellow brick road? No. All these books were buried by this guy. Yeah, it's just like there's obviously like, Mormons preach a lot of shit that I don't believe in. Like your mom would have been Church of England. I mean, I think she probably grew up in there, but she was sort of. I don't think that she was ever really religious when I was a kid. And sort of what happened is she became friends with a Jehovah's Witness couple, and they sort of convinced her to go to some of the meetings. So, yeah. It's all trying Scientology. Scientology is absolutely a cult. My dad married one. The Watchtower magazines are creepy. Yeah, and like the witnesses do that thing where they like try to discourage people from associating with non-witnesses. Witnesses were to paradise through recording. Yes, yeah, I'm aware. Scientology is scary. I dated one. It is. It's creepy. It's the main thing Scientology believes in. The richer you are, the more spiritually healthy you are. That seems to be the main thing for Scientology. The more you pay, the better you are. Yeah, aliens. The teachings of Avon. Tom Cruise is in it. Yeah, with Scientology, essentially what happened is this dude wrote a shitty sci-fi novel and then turned it into a cult. The way they treat addiction and mental health, that shit. Yep. Like this guy just wrote a sci-fi novel and then decided to try to build a cult around it. It's like, what the fuck? Black Hebrew Israelites. I don't know anything about them, Duff Kitty. I didn't mean it was a scam. Like Scientology was founded as a scam. L. Ron Hubbard didn't believe the shit that he was saying. Like, I don't believe for a moment that L. Ron Hubbard ever actually believed in any of the shit he said. That was a scam. Stone Crew's still one of those nutters? Yep, absolutely. It's really hard to leave the cult of Scientology. Skirt taxes and be a pedo. Yep. What do I think happened to Shelley Miscavige? I'm not. I don't remember who she is. Mormonism started as a scam too. Probably. Most likely. The question with Mormonism is, was it a sincere scam? Because that does happen, where the person's making shit up, but believes that the shit they're making up is true. Like that's the I'm a theist. I'm an atheist. John Travolta has a super high rank in Scientology too. Yep. Yeah, what happened with cults in general, what will usually happen is they will prey on vulnerable people who are looking for answers. Beck is a Scientologist. I know he was born into Scientology. Yeah, so they'll like go for vulnerable people, and like it'll start off pretty pretty mild. Like it starts off as something, it's not too crazy. It's not, they don't go right to, they're not jumping right to aliens. Um, they start you off, hey Michaela, something uh basic and yes, Lizzie, he is. And like you get to know the people, and you get a feeling of community. Like they start off really, really mild, and like just you've got a place of community. You've got a community. You've got a place where you fit in, and then it escalates a little bit. But you're already in the community, so you accept the escalations and more escalations and more, and then you hit a point where if they were saying this, it hits a point where if they were saying that shit before you joined, you never would have joined, but you're already invested. So like it's sunk sunk cost fallacy starts sinking in or starts kicking in. It's a lot of sunk cost. That's how a lot of cults work. It's a lot of sunk cost fallacy, uh, sunk cost shit, where you've already got invested in it when it was reasonable. As it gets less and less reasonable, you don't want to lose the time and effort and community that you've already built up. You don't want to lose what you've already built. Deputy? Atheist means that I don't believe in God. I don't believe that there's any gods. My view on organized religion is that some of them do a lot of good for a lot of people. They are a source of strength for a lot of people. They are quite often major sources of charity. From Cali, so Jim Jones is part of history. Yep. Catholic nuns and priests did a lot of harm to kids in homes. Sure, Sapphire, yeah, for sure. But there have also been other Catholic nuns and priests who've done a lot of good. And the truth is, the people who did shit, the people who did harm, did it because they were shitty people. It had nothing to do with their faith. It just had to do with the fact that they were in a position where they could do harm. Do I believe I was intelligently designed? No. Frida? I'm not praising the pedophilic aspects of it. I'm saying that the Catholic Church has definitely had a long history of covering up pedophilia, and that's definitely shit that they need to continue to be held accountable for. But like I said, there are absolutely a lot of Catholics who've done a lot of good to help kids as well. Branch Davidian tip. Guy from Waco. I was 11 when the fire happened. I watched it on TV. Yeah, I was a kid when that happened. And I remember hearing about Waco when I was a kid. Do I think priests are secretly gay? I mean, some are going to be, but most probably not. If I ever wanted to be a Playboy bunny, no. Watch the Waco TV series. I've mentioned before that a band I listen to, I like, the Indelicates, did an album called David Koresh Superstar that had it was basically a just a bunch of songs about Waco. Some priests are openly gay. Yep. Who do I think the Antichrist is? It's probably fucking Chad. Antichrist gotta be Chad, right? Fucking Chad. We all knew Chad was gonna be the one to bring about the end of the world. Don't even pretend that you didn't know Chad would bring about the end of the world. Always fucking Chad. Hey, plain cheeseburger. Michaela, what religion? I was not raised in any religion. I was raised agnostic. Like I was basically raised agnostic. Always fucking Chad. Exactly, plain cheeseburger. Fucking Chad. God damn it, Chad. All right, 3 hours on a day that I didn't even plan to plan to go live. So I'm gonna end the live here. I'm gonna call it a night. So thanks for joining me. And I'll be back again tomorrow for chicken. I'll try to figure out what I want to do with the chicken. So I'll see you all tomorrow for to help me. You'll all have to help me cook chicken. Good night.